Sherry Canino, and today I'm going to share with you how I dye my ribbon and fabric that I use on my art tags and in my artwork. So starting off, typically what I do is I pull out a bunch of different yarns and ribbons and fabrics that I want to utilize, and I dye a whole bunch at a time. So I've got some like cotton yarn and some sari ribbon and some of the crinkle ribbon from Tim Holtz and a variety of different fabrics as well, and you'll see as we go along here. So what I use to dye my ribbon is one of the kids' tie-dye kits from Tulip, and I bought this kit a long time ago. I think it came with like 10 or 12 colors, and it has lasted what seems like forever, because you honestly really don't need all that much when you're dyeing ribbon. So I mix up a little bit in a bottle, and I dye some ribbon and I save the rest. I don't mix it to what it says because I'm not washing these fabrics. So the intensity is really just going to be how much I saturate the ribbon, and also depending on the fabric and how well it takes it. So as you can see, I have rubber gloves on, or your hands are going to be really super stained. So that's probably a key, and I like to just use baggies. It makes it easier, a little less mess. And I dump some in there, the color in there, and I throw my fabrics or my ribbons in there, and I just keep going until I feel like I like what I see. When I take them out, you see me scrunching them a lot. It's really just to move the dye around in the fabric. Some fabrics and some ribbons will dye faster and easier, and some take a little bit more. I'm sure the cotton ones are the ones that dye much more readily. I also like to rip my fabric as opposed to cutting it. I love the frayed edges, and I just feel like it gives it a little bit more of a, I don't know, vintagey boho look, I guess. I also like to take the fabrics out or the ribbons out and lay them on top of each other and let the colors seep a little bit into each other. I usually have a couple of larger pieces of fabric on hand that I can wipe up spills with and stuff like that. That also will be a great dyed fabric in the end. As you can see, some of them, when I feel like they're a little too saturated, I take my fabric and try to just, squeeze it out a little bit. These have to dry when you're done, so you can either put them in front of a window, put them in front of a fan, and some of them will actually lighten up a little bit. It depends on, again, I don't mix the powder properly. I just pour a little in the bottle and add some water and go with it. Fun to use multi colors on them and make kind of a tie-dye-ish look, as you can see with this one particular fabric. That's kind of what's happening. Also crinkling them a lot and just getting the folds in there while you're moving the dye around, that helps a lot too, just to give it a little bit more like visual texture. And you can always continue to add more color, or you can leave some of the raw color, the raw fabric, either white or, whatever color your fabric is. And also do not forget that even if you have colored fabric, you can dye that. I do it all the time. Like take a green and add some blue to it, or whatever. Obviously, depending on how dark the color of your fabric is going to depend on how well the other color shows up. But it's still also going to have the same concept. So like, yellow and blue make green, so the same color properties are going to adhere to dyeing fabric or ribbon. It's fun to experiment with different fabrics and different ribbons and lace, and just to see, what color combinations you can get. This last set here, if anybody who follows me on Instagram, this fabric and these ribbons that I'm doing, these are my mermaid ribbons. So I used a really cool combination of a green, a blue, and a turquoise. And I think I actually even threw in a little bit of purple. And it really was, that's all it made me think of was mermaids. It just had that nice, really pretty mermaid color. And I used them for the mermaid tags that I had made. And I'll put a link below in case you're interested. There's still a few downloads left that if you wanted to purchase the mermaid tags that I created, you can get those. So I'll leave a link in the description box below. Drying, I take the different colors and I wrap them around some tags that I get from the office supply store. I store my ribbon on the tags in my wire basket, which I put on my shelf, and so they're really easily accessible to grab, and I can find the color that I want quickly, but also they look beautiful displayed. Thanks so much everyone for watching and sharing your time with me today. If you liked today's tutorial, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time. Bye!